kids, welcome back to the Learning Library. Today's video we are going to read the story Dinosaurs Big and Small. You're going to learn about all different sizes of dinosaurs, very large and very small. I want you to think, what kind of dinosaur would you like to be? And remember, are dinosaurs still living? No. The dinosaurs are all extinct, which means they do not live on Earth anymore. Let's get started. Dinosaurs Big and Small. Everyone knows some dinosaurs were big. How big? One of the biggest of all dinosaurs was the huge beast called Diplodocus. You are probably about 4 feet tall, more or less. From the tip of its snout to the end of its tail, a Diplodocus was 89 feet long. That's longer than 22 kids laid out head to foot. A kid weighs about 75 pounds. Diplodocus weighed about 24,000 pounds, as much as 320 kids together. The blue whale that swam in the oceans today are the largest animals ever. But the largest animal that ever lived on land were a group of dinosaurs called sauropods. Diplodocus is one type of a sauropod. All sauropods were plant eaters. They had small heads, long necks and tails, and 4 strong legs. What's the term that we use for a plant eater? An herbivore. How do we know how big a sauropod was? If we have enough bones from a dinosaur skeleton, it's not hard to measure how long the animal was. But figuring out how much a dinosaur weighed is not so easy. You can weigh yourself on a scale. No one can put a sauropod on a scale, and even if we could, we have only the fossil bones to go on. We cannot know exactly how heavy a dinosaur was. Scientists can only study the skeleton and make a good guess about how much fat and muscle the living animal might have had. One of the longest sauropods ever found is the gigantic Sesamosaurus. It was more than 130 feet long. A school bus is about 30 feet long. Sesamosaurus was longer than 4 buses parked along end to end. Brachiosaurus was a sauropod with thick, sturdy bones. It was one of the heaviest dinosaurs. Brachiosaurus's front legs were longer than its hind legs. It held its neck and head high. It could nibble on leaves at the tops of the tallest trees. So we know that sauropods are herbivores, which means they eat plants like a tree. So I wonder if that's the reason why their necks were so long, so they could reach the tree. Brachiosaurus may have weighed as much as 160,000 pounds. A grown-up elephant weighs about 10,000 pounds. One Brachiosaurus would weigh as much as 16 elephants. Scientists say Brachiosaurus weighed 16 elephant units. So they made a pyramid of elephants to show us how many elephants weigh just one of the Brachiosaurus. Can you believe that? 16 elephants make up just one of the Brachiosauruses. Oh my Lord. Giganotosaurus weighed even more than a hefty Brachiosaurus. It may have weighed as much as 200,000 pounds or 20 elephant units. So the Brachiosaurus was 16 elephant units and the Giganotosaurus was 20. So 4 more for the bigger dinosaur for the elephant units. A few bones have been found from other sauropods that were even bigger. One vertebra or backbone, so one of the backbones from a sauropod is 5 feet tall. The biggest meat-eating dinosaurs, such as the Giganotosaurus, hunted sauropods for supper. The biggest meat-eating dinosaurs, such as the Giganotosaurus, hunted sauropods for supper. Giganotosaurus weighed less than 2 elephant units, small compared to the huge plant eaters. But Giganotosaurus had a mouth full of sharp teeth the size of bananas, and the big meat eaters may have hunted in groups. So here are the Giganotosaurus. They're hunting in a group of 3, 1, 2, 3, and they're trying to take down the sauropod. Not all dinosaurs were gigantic, though. Some, like the Iguanodon, were medium-sized. Iguanodon weighed about as much as 133 kids, or almost 1 elephant. Iguanodon gathered in herds and grazed on ferns, much the same as today's elephant herds graze on bushes and grass. So the Iguanodons were in groups. They traveled in groups, and they ate grass and bushes. Some dinosaurs were even smaller than an Iguanodon. How much smaller? The sharp-clawed meat-eater Diplodocus was much smaller. It was only about the size of a grown man. Some dinosaurs weren't even bigger than you. Coelophysis was another meat-eater. It was about as heavy as 1 kid. You wouldn't have wanted to tangle with the Coelophysis, though. They were so fierce, they sometimes ate their own babies. Oh no! The feathered dinosaur called Diplodocus was turkey-sized. Compsognathus was even smaller. You could have carried it in your arms like a cat. Compsognathus ran fast on its bird-like legs. It caught and ate insects and smaller lizards with its sharp claws and teeth. Most scientists say that small meat-eating dinosaurs like called Diplodocus and Compsognathus may have been the ancestors of today's bird. Big or small, all dinosaurs had certain things in common. They all lived between 230 and 65 million years ago, and they all lived on land. All dinosaurs walked tall with their legs directly beneath them. They did not sprawl on bent legs like lizards or crocodiles, and they all laid eggs like today's birds and reptiles. Dinosaur eggs from unknown species. Here is Ophiraptor egg, a Myosaur egg, and a chicken egg. They're comparing the sizes of the different eggs. One of the tiniest dinosaur skeletons ever found belonged to a Mosasaurus. The Mosasaurus died as a baby and was fossilized. It was so small you could have cradled it in your hands like a little bird. All baby dinosaurs were small like all babies that hatched from eggs. Can you imagine holding a baby dinosaur in your hand? Some types of dinosaurs hatched from their eggs and grew up to be big. Other types grew up but stayed small. From huge lumbering Diplodocus to quick little Compsognathus, dinosaurs came in many different shapes and sizes. Friends, in this story, Dinosaurs Big and Small, we learned that there are many different sizes and types of dinosaurs. Now, thinking back, what type of dinosaur would you be? I would like for you to answer that question on Class Dojo. Would you like to be an herbivore or a carnivore? Would you like to be big or small? Would you like to run really fast or really slow? Would you like to eat grass or trees? What type of dinosaur would you want to be? Can you describe it very well for me in Class Dojo? Until next time, I wish you well.